In this video, we are going to write a version time series market data, using the C SDK. The data written will be then visible in the UI, or queryable via SDK. For the write of data, we need to import the Artesian library from the .NET Package Manager NuGet. In order to be able to manage the data in Artesian, we need to configure the Artesian service configuration and pass the basic URL and our personal API key. Now we need to instantiate a market data service, and pass as parameter for the definition of the service the configuration. After this first initialization, we need to define a new market data entity that will contain the necessary attributes for our actual market data, such as provider name, that will be C SDK for us, and the market data name, versioned right. We have to set an original granularity such as granularity day, and the original time zone that will be CET. In case our granularity is hour, the original time zone should be UTC. Another important parameter to set is the aggregation rule, that allows Artesian to extract data in a granularity different from the original one. The aggregation rule can be undefined, sum and divide, or average and replicate. For us it will be average and replicate. Lastly, we need to define the type of the market data we are writing, which is the version time series. Using the market data service, we can check if this time series already exists. The check is done using the provider name, and the market data name that represents the unique identifier, per each market data registered in Artesian. If it exists, the system will return all the metadata associated with that market data. If there is no matching, it will be created via the command register. We can now proceed to insert our values in this market data, with the command edit. Every time we add data, we need to pass the local date of our timestamp and the value associated with it. Because we are writing data in a daily granularity, we will insert values for a specific day and a specific month of a specific year only. If we were writing data in an hourly granularity, then we were supposed to write data for a specific hour of a specific day instead. Once we write our values, the only other mandatory field to be written is the downloaded at, a metadata information that represents when the data has been generated. Once we save our new market data, we can check it on the UI. On the UI, we can select on the left side of the screen the type of our market data and see all the market data available in Artesian. By selecting versioned, we will reduce the menu options and see all the providers that have versioned market data. We can see our C SDK under the provider name. If we click it, we can see the market data we just created.